Hello. Continuing the path of the righteous Gentile, Chapter 2, Knowing God. From the foregoing words of truth, it should be apparent how the entirety of creation is, in truth, considered null and void with respect to God's activating force and the breath of his mouth. This does not mean that the creation is an illusion. What it means is that God's divine force is its true existence and that the creation has no independent existence of its own. However, it must be realized that the example of God's removing his original tense saying was hypothetical. God has no such intention. The universe is real. It is, however, nullified to its creator. How do we know the universe is real? Insomuch as our limited senses and intellect are part of the created universe, any proof they might offer is inclusive, for we are part of the very thing that may not exist. There is but one proof that the universe really exists. It says so in the Torah, as it is written, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. The reason that every created being and thing appears to possess an independent self-existence is that we do not grasp or see with our physical eyes the power of God and the breath of his mouth that is within creation. If permission were granted the eye to see the life force and the spirituality that flow from God to every created thing, then we would no longer see the physicality of material existence. For, since the physical world is truly nullified to its source, if we could see the divine source, how could we see the physical world? By analogy, a ray of sunlight may be seen from the earth, but from the perspective of the sun, which is the source of the ray, all that is seen is the light that fills the sky. From the sun's perspective, the ray has no existence whatsoever. However, the analogy of the ray of sunlight is incomplete, because its source, the sun, exists only in one place in the heavens. The sun does not exist both in the heavens and on the earth, where its light appears to have a separate existence. That is, in contrast to created beings, which are always within their source, although the source is not revealed to their eyes, it is not sufficient to say that God created the world during the 6 days of creation, for his creative activity is continuous, an infinite flow of life force. This is why it is written in the present tense, "He creates darkness and forms light," rather than in the past tense, "He created darkness and formed light." And this applies to man as well. The man who feels his own self-importance and does not recognize that the Creator is bringing him forth from absolute nothingness into existence is called one whom God created in the past tense. This is in contrast to a person who acknowledges the truth of his existence, realizing that it constantly comes from God alone. This person is called one whom God creates. One who contemplates these teachings will surely come to realize that God is truly our Father and our King, who brings us into being and desires our existence.